All right, hey everybody, welcome to Crown Council Live. Stuart Anderson here, and we already have our first guest waiting,
Yes,
and
we
they're
do.
they're warmed up, ready to go. This is our weekly program where we check in with the Crown Council community, see what's happening with our members, our resource partners, and we love when we get on-site interviews wherever Steve and the TOPS coaches are. So, Steve, do you want to introduce our first guest? Tell us where you are.
Yes. All right. So we are just outside of Austin, Texas, in Round Rock at the ADOM annual meeting. So ADOM's the American Association of Dental Office Management. So kicked everything off this morning. I got to speak on the main stage to kick the meeting off.
Nice.
And
Great.
of the many people that are here are one of my favorite people, Tiffany Killingsworth, who runs Park Crest Dental in Springfield, Missouri.
Nice.
And I'm a huge Park Crest Dental fan, have been for golly, long time, probably 12, 13 years. Park Crest is unique in that it has 9 owner dentists, one single location, over 65 team members. And Tiffany is the head woman in charge, which is no small task. She runs the practice. She's not an office manager. She's a CEO. They have multiple specialties in there. How many chairs?
We have 40 ops.
40 operatories.
Oh my goodness.
So fascinating
12
backstory.
hygienists.
Yeah, it's a big crew. So we've worked, with Tiffany and Park Crest for many years at Total Patient Service and done a lot of training together. They're really a magnet in their community and have been for, let's see, more than 50. How many years?
December will be 51 years
51
Wow.
years.
that we've been
So
in the community.
fascinating structure that they have in the continuity of the practice, how they've set it up, which is a discussion for another day. But what I asked Tiffany to share is one of the things we talked about this morning was one thing that, we train this all the time, and every Crown Council office knows you start every morning meeting with the best thing from yesterday. And so I asked Tiffany to share some best things that they do at their practice in Park Crest that make the biggest difference for their patients,
Awesome.
for the team, and how they work together.
Great.
Best things, Tiffany.
Yay!
Thanks,
go.
Tiffany.
Yes. Well, like Steve mentioned, we've been with TOPS probably about 12, 13 years now. And lots of things to take away from that. With this large group like we have, 65 team members, definitely has its challenges day in and day out. And but one thing that we love is the culture guide. That has been one thing that we implemented in our practice. It's 27 things that represent us. Birds of a feather flock together, living the legacy. Like I said, we've been in the community for 51 years. So it is a legacy in our community. We give back to our community a lot. We are proud to serve our community. And so I think doing that and having that culture guide, our whole team is able to get on the same page. We know what we expect from our employees. Leaving their drama at the door, being prepared, being ready, starting that day off with the morning opportunity meetings that we have with our teams. It's a little bit different since we're multi-specialty. So we have 7 general dentists, 1 orthodontist, and 1 pediatric dentist. So they do their own individual team morning opportunity meetings. And so then they can talk about like what was the best part of their day, what did they get out of it. They're all on the same page. That has been key. Also, our verbiage that we talk to our patients. So we're all saying the same thing, whether we're saying it on the phones when the girls answer the phones. Our phones are not answered at the front desk. We have a model that they are off-site or upstairs. They're not off-site. They're upstairs, kind of a call center like setting. And so they can give their undivided attention to those patients who are calling in over the phone.
They are on it.
They're
Right.
on it.
Wow.
Yeah. They've got the blue form. They've got the verbiage. We have a template set up in the computer system that they take the information from the blue form, fill it all in. So then the dental assistants, everybody, doctors, all are on the same page when that patient then enters in the practice. And so then the girls at the front desk, then they can give their undivided attention to the patients who are walking in the door. They can also say the same thing. I see you scheduled with Samantha. You've got this going on. You're going to see this dentist, this hygienist. Everything's already prepared. So where we look like we are able to communicate.
Because you can communicate.
Communicate at the big team, stay on the same page together.
Which is
So,
when
yes.
you think about coordinating 65 people
Right.
but making it patient centered.
Yes.
So that everything's connected. So it doesn't matter who answers the phone. They got it all connected up so that when you get chair side, everybody knows all the information that's already been collected. It's not Groundhog Day at Parkrest.
Right.
Groundhog Day, every
Look
person you
at-
get in front of is like you start all over again.
Yeah.
That's one of
What's
the
your
things.
name again? What's your date of birth? Why are you here again? No, we're already.
Steve's on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're-
big
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Can't stand that movie, Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's taken, Tiffany's really dialed that in. It takes some effort to coordinate all that, but they've really made it work. And that's, I think, one of the many things that gives them the presence that they have in their community is the word of mouth because of the great experience that they create.
Yeah.
Their practice.
Yeah, we
is
want
huge.
patients to have that experience. We're very big about the relationship and very big about that experience. We don't want it to just be a dentist to come in and come out, be done. We want them to actually feel that relationship, want to come in. I mean, we can get reviews all the time on ours that, it feels like a spa coming there. It feels like family. That's what we want. We want that relationship. We want that customer service. That's huge for us. And we spend a lot of money with our practice to, educate our team and train them so we can all be on the same page and provide that customer service.
I love that. Can we dive in there? Can you share what you do?
So I
Can-
can't-
It's crazy.
Well,
I
it's
can hear
not-
you. I can hear you guys really good.
Oh,
but you
perfect. That's great. Okay.
There's food, so it's busy here.
can you talk about just one thing or two things that you do that does train the team? Like, what do you do? Because all these things that you're saying, very fun. But I bet teams that are listening are thinking, how do they get to this point? How do you
I mean,
train?
train 65 people.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it starts with whenever the doctors are able to invest in bringing in speakers and consultants like Tops and Steve Anderson and to get us on the same page. We've also attended Total Immersion. We've had our team
Multiple times.
multiple times, yes. Multiple times, multiple locations. We've had Steve and the team. We've had Pam and Chris as coaches. We've worked with Susan. We've had people there on site working with us, doing training. We've done our videos. One of my favorite things every day, we do the thought of the day that we get from,
Action thoughts.
yes, from
Nice.
Steve and his team. And so that's a highlight. We have one of our girls, I have 8 coordinators that all report underneath me. So they represent different departments of the office. So whether it's insurance, business, dental assisting, dental hygiene, whatever, we have one of those girls that I forward the email to every week. And then she sends out it every morning on our instant messaging. So we're all having that same thought. We're on that same page just to start our morning, something positive. And so because we at 65, we can't do one big morning meeting. Obviously, we have to do that once a month together, but they do it in their teams. And so then we're able with that action thought of the day to take that and then we know how to apply it because we've watched videos and we've just all had the training that Steve provides that makes us to be together as a team. And as he talks about being a 10. We just learned about that again at our, as he was our
The
mini
big group learned
keynote-
about it.
yeah, the mini keynote speaker today, and he did wonderful. So
Nice.
yeah.
Very
Anyway,
cool.
thank you, Tiffany.
Of course.
She
Thank you.
is
Pleasure.
Tiffany is an A grade world class
Aw.
practice leader. She really is. Leads one of the biggest teams in dentistry. Again, like I said, very unique practice model that I talked about a lot.
Yeah,
But,
not corporate. We are individually owned, one location. It's
Doctor
been
owned
the
and
same
operated.
location for 51 years. We've had
Wow.
our remodels and expansions, but yeah, we're excited about it.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
So I got one more, Stu.
Oh, great. Yes.
Yes. So hop in here, Martha.
I didn't hear you're gonna see Stu.
Yes, you are. All right. So Stuart, this is hello, Martha.
Hi.
Martha Reyes. And
Hi.
she is from Dr. Sura's office, not too far away. We're like in your
20
hometown,
minutes.
20 minutes away. For those who just joined us, we're just outside of Austin, Texas in Round Rock.
Very
And
good.
ADOM, the American Association of Dental Office Management annual meeting, where Martha is attending. I got to help kick off the meeting this morning with a little main stage presentation. And Martha, we are sharing best things, just like we do in the morning meeting. And so I'm going to ask you to share with the the big group here, 2 best things you do in your practice that make a difference with your team, with your patients, but that you love, that you do on a consistent basis. 2 habits that makes
Two. One of the best things are NPR forms.
Okay, so new patient relationship form. So
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about this
Yeah.
with Tiffany. That's the glue, right? It's the glue in the patient experience.
Can't go without them.
Yep.
That's the first, I mean, we don't have one.
It doesn't work without
Doesn't
it's
work
the
without
glue.
it.
It's makes the whole patient experience happen.
And them all.
So new patient relationship form and the morning opportunity meeting. And it's not just the meeting, but the format,
The
right?
format, the chart prep for the business team, for the hygienist, for the dental assistants, and everyone is prepared. That makes big difference.
Gives everybody what they're supposed to do, prep. So when you have the meeting, happens
all
like
ready to go.
clockwork.
Yes,
And you get it done, but the whole focus of it is make today an amazing day.
absolutely.
Same day treatment opportunities, maximize the time.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Can I say a third thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Easy pay form.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
What kind of a difference has that made in financial arrangements? So this is what we call the easy pay form,
Okay.
part of the
That-
TOPS financial arrangement system.
not just financial arrangement, case acceptance.
Huge.
Huge. I mean, it's just amazing how people take advantage of that 5% off prepayment.
So for those who aren't familiar with it, the treatment plan that comes out of the practice management software it's a mess because it's got too much information. It's too confusing. So Easy Pay is it's the treatment plan on a diet.
That-
It's sit down. The reason we call it Easy Pay is because it's easy. I mean, it basically presents the treatment in a very concise way. Financial options, you get 3 choices. You just you get to pick whichever choice works for you, sign it.
And then
You're not-
you're not showing a list where a patient's gonna say, okay, I wanna do this, one,
Exactly.
this one, and that one. It's just a one whole thing. and
It's easy. That's
It's
why we call it
easy.
Easy.
It's called the easy pay form.
So-
Our treatment plan acceptance has gone up.
Right.
Huge. I mean,
Amazing difference.
yeah, and just because you offer them 5% discount if they prepaid the day,
Treatment.
the
yes.
treatment, yeah.
So that's awesome. 3 things. Was that quick?
That was very good.
So new patient relationship form, morning opportunity meeting agenda, Easy Pay form. That's 3 of.
I mean,
many.
that's only 3,
But of a
but
lot.
being, working with TOPS, it's been a big change for our office.
And you got a
Huh.
good leader.
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Claire is awesome.
He's awesome.
One of my favorites.
He
And he's
is
got a-
awesome.
Awesome team.
We do have an amazing team. But you guys are, I mean, I can't even find a word.
So
Yeah.
those are a couple of tips from Tiffany and Martha. A lot more. We're gonna have a blast the next 3 days.
Yes.
2 days, 3 days, however long we're here,
Yeah,
lifetime.
3 days.
But it's all about, that's one of the things I love about meetings like this and like the Crown Council annual event is opportunity to share, exchange ideas with like-minded people.
Is it all
Fun.
TOPS people in here?
All Crown Councils here.
Yep.
Yeah.
If there are people in there that have not joined TOPS, you need to do it.
Hey, there you go.
You need to become a TOPS customer. I mean, you need to have this program in your office. It's made such day and night for us.
Huh.
Culture, I mean, everything.
I love
don't
that.
want anybody else's time because I can't. I will go.
Thank you,
there.
Martha. That was awesome.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
all right.
Good. All right, Stu.
That was like a paid
We're gonna be
advertisement,
here
Martha.
till, thank you, Martha. We're gonna be here till Saturday afternoon. We
Yeah.
got 3 amazing days. We're gonna do 6 different presentations here and having a blast. So
I love it.
thanks
Very
for letting
fun.
me share.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Great to connect with you and ADOM meeting. Thanks,
You
man.
got it. Okay.
Okay.
See
Bye.
y'all later.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, very cool. An unpaid for testimony for TOPS. That was so awesome. Grateful for our 2 guests, Tiffany and Martha, and for Steve for tuning in. I know that's not easy sometimes to come live, like Steve is presenting multiple times online, or I mean, live with the ADOM meeting. So fun to connect with him, even if they're out in the little foyer there. So I know our next guest is in the waiting room. He's, I believe he's already here. We were planning on having him in here at 11:15. So if he's ready, we have Pearson coming to us from Pearson Wallace coming to us from Stratus AI, and first time joining us on the live stream. So I'll wait for Pearson to join, and then I'll have him introduce himself. What's up, handsome?
How's it going?
It's going very good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great.
Hey, if so I know it's your first time on the live stream, so what would be incredible is if you pretended like we were in a elevator and I was like, "Oh, hello, Pearson. What do you do for work?" Will you just explain to Crown Council what you do and then just give us kind of like the lay of the land of Stratus?
Yeah, great to meet
Hi.
everyone. And yeah, thanks for having me, Stuart. So
You
my
bet.
name is Pearson. I work over here at Stratus. So essentially what we do is we use AI to help automate the insurance verification process. So I joined as the first employee about 2 years ago, about 24 months ago. So I've been here since the very beginning, grown with it, and yeah, super excited to chat today. We work with a good handful of Crown Council members, and they're awesome to work with. So excited to be here.
Yeah, and we were together at the annual event too. I mean, that was kind of our first. So we were together. They had a booth. Pearson was there in our foyer at in Frisco, and anyway, grateful to have you, Pearson. Do you want to do a little background of your own personal, uh, what you've done in the past and kind of how you ended up here with Stratus?
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, I joined the company at the very start. So it was started out of BYU, so here in Utah.
Okay.
I went to school with the founders, and so my background is I've worked in tech for a while. I actually went to school wanting to be a dentist, and now
Yeah.
I work in dental software.
No
So
way.
yeah, funny how that it comes full circle. But yeah, I've been in the tech industry for 5 years now. And yeah, really excited about our product, the value we provide, and just about me personally. I live here in Utah. I really enjoy mountain biking. I played soccer at BYU, so I absolutely love sports. And yeah, just excited to get to know everyone more.
Nice. So, when you think back, I mean, so our resource partners, just as a review for everybody, um, we try to train resource partners to not be vendors, to not uh, be focused so much on sales as we are with solutions. And Stratus is an incredible solution. I mean, I think that's probably its origin, which was we have a major problem and this company provides an incredible solution. Do you want to talk about that for a second? What started it or what sparked the original creation of your team and what started building Stratus?
Of course, yeah, happy
Okay.
to. So, the way that Stratus was started, so our founder, he was actually getting his master's degree in computer science. So he was studying computer science, and just to, pay for school, pay for tuition, rent, things like that. He was actually working as a part-time insurance coordinator for a family friend.
Hmm.
So he'd do a few hours a week, and his job was he'd go in like log into web portals, make phone calls, and just kind of help the front staff verify, coverage for their patients. And he would spend hours each week, hours each day verifying insurance, like probably many of the offices you work with. And he just kind of thought to himself, there has got to be a better way to do this. He was spending so much time doing it. So started doing some research into some of the tools out there, some of the resources, and really just found that there were a lot of companies or a lot of tools out there that provided a partial solution, but not really something that fixed the entire problem. So he teamed up with a classmate actually, and built like the first iteration, like a really basic version where AI actually helped automate the verification process. Obviously, we've added a lot since since that first version, but that was the original motivation. So our CEO Cairo, he actually felt that pain personally, and then
Yeah,
built a solution to kind of help automate it and make life easier for front desk staff.
very cool. All right, so let's dig in and maybe just talk about a little more specifically what makes the Stratus AI approach different, and then how are practices, I mean, compared to what they used to do it in the past, like how is this changing or adjusting the way verification used to be done?
Yeah, totally. So if everyone remembers anything about Stratus today, our number one goal is to help automate and just make your life easier. There's so many things that offices, front office staff have to juggle each day, whether it's checking in patients, checking out patients, providing a good experience. And our whole thesis and idea is like the last thing office staff should have to worry about is waiting on hold with insurance.
Yeah.
And so, kind of how we're different is a lot of tools out there almost provide like an extra step or like an extra thing that staff have to worry about. Our goal is actually to take away work, help you save time, and so that office staff can focus on what matters most, which is patients. So that's kind of how we're different is, we help remove time, remove some of the tasks needed to verify insurance and just kind of automate things behind the scenes. And we do that using AI.
Nice. I
Yeah.
mean, can you talk about then? I mean, do you have like real time stats, like results of practices? What are they actually seeing happen? Because I'd be nervous as a team, especially in the Crown Council, like, hey, we want to be involved. We want to be involved. I want to be doing the calls. Our culture is like, I'm personally helping the patient and connecting with how this works. I mean, talk about how if you adopt Stratus or adopt this AI tool, it helps the practice, whether it's financially, operationally, or even are patients happier with this or are they frustrated with the way it works? I mean, can you talk about that?
Yeah. So some actual data that we have kind of in our platform. And we're happy to, dive in deeper and like run actual demos with staff or with offices. But kind of like on average, we reduce time spent on insurance verification by around 70%. So the most
Wow.
offices that we work with, they spend between an hour and a half to 2 hours each day verifying insurance.
Yeah.
We reduce that by about 70%. And
Okay.
yeah, so offices can now spend or use that time doing other productive things within the office. But possibly the biggest impact that we have is after 3 months, we actually have data that shows we reduced denied claims within a dental practice by over 20%. So, and we do that by providing more accurate information, more thorough information to staff, so that like before a patient even walks in the door, they know exactly what's covered at what percentage, what was the last time the procedure was completed, like what's the history, and that's going to increase case acceptance. So, oftentimes when we're speaking to offices, I'm sure everyone here has like played with dominoes, right? I'm sure you
Right.
have as well. When you click over that first domino, it's going to create a chain reaction, right? And the way that we like to think about it is that first domino is your insurance verification process.
Mm.
The last domino, so the last thing that falls over is going to be, the bottom line revenue or kind of like how the business is performing. And so you can click over that first domino and it's going to create a chain reaction. And depending on whether your insurance verification process is good or not, is going to affect how the business runs.
Right.
So, our whole idea is so when we onboard an office, we'll build out a full custom breakdown sheet. And then we actually will use AI to call insurance companies for you.
Okay.
We'll fill out a full custom breakdown sheet so that each time a patient walks in the door, you know what's covered, how much of it's covered, at what percentage, how much of their deductible has been used. And so when treating patients and creating treatment plans, case acceptance is going to go up. It's going to have a lot of positive impacts within the business.
Yeah. Can you even expand on that a little more? Like what changes happen can you talk about just how the tool is used? Like if I'm working in the office, what does my day look like now? Instead of spending an hour and a half, do I turn on like a portal? Like is it web? I mean, can you talk about just the tool itself?
Yeah, of course. So how it works is we have a direct integration with your practice management system. So we have direct integrations with Dentrix, EagleSoft, and Open Dental. And then our software actually is compatible with any practice management system. So like a current process, like what most offices are going to do is they're going to, they're going to come in the morning, they're going to look at their schedule and say, okay, I need, these 10 patients, I need to, log into a web portal, verify their insurance. Typically Delta Dental is really easy to work with, whereas maybe Blue Cross Blue Shield, you're going to have to call. right? So depending on the patients that you see, an office is going to spend an hour and a half to 2 hours verifying insurance. With Stratus, you just log in the morning. It's a web-based portal, so you can access it in your office, you can access it at home. It integrates directly with your system. And then all you have to do is just go through, select the names of the patients you want to verify, submit everything as a batch,
Hmm.
and then you're done. You can go do other productive things in the office, and then you'll just be notified one by one
Yeah.
once those breakdowns are completed, just a few hours later.
Crazy.
So what used to take hours can literally be done in minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing with the hundreds of offices we work with.
Um, Pearson, last question, because when I Google Stratus AI Dental, right,
Uh-huh.
we're getting like 5 or 6 other companies that in this AI world in dentistry is like it's expanding, it's exploding. I know sometimes like talking about your own competitors, but maybe talk about what makes you different when someone's saying like, "Hey, I want to make this decision." What makes you stand out?
Yeah, so the main difference and the reason why people decide to use Stratus is the way that we use AI to actually make phone calls to insurance. So I'm sure most practices here have had experience working with other tools where these other tools will access information through clearinghouse data, whether it's like scraping information from web portals, and that's great. It's going to provide, 70 to 80% of the information that's needed. But the common feedback that we always hear is that, like, what happens if you need missing tooth claws or history or waiting periods, kind of the more detailed information,
Okay.
they always end up on the phone calling. And so that's how we're different is we actually have that exact same capability. We call it our basic eligibility check, where we can scrape all that information together instantly for you. And then we go above and beyond. We actually have an AI software that will call insurance companies for you. And then we'll fill out like a full custom breakdown sheet that can be customized on like a per office level. So we can add codes, remove codes, make sure we're customizing the information specific per office. And that's how we're different. We provide a whole solution instead of just kind of a band-aid fix.
I love that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Um, let me so I've got your web page up.
Okay.
Is I know, but we have a very specific Crown Council. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we have a Crown Council landing page built that this is where we want to funnel all Crown Council members who want to connect with you. Pearson, this is still the best system.
It is. Yep. So you can go directly to this page here,
Okay,
and then just put in some information, and then we can give you kind of all the special discounts that are there.
cool. So on crowncouncil.com, you can navigate to Stratus's little landing page. And then this is the best portal to make sure that Crown Council members are sorted and that Pearson knows this is where you're coming from, is from Crown Council. So very good. What did we miss? Anything we missed?
No, the only thing I'd add there is so the special discount we're running with Crown Council members is the implementation fee is completely waived. So the setup cost is zero. We typically offer a month-to-month agreement. So there's no long-term commitment or anything like that. We would love to answer your questions. And again, we work with a good handful of the group already and would love to expand.
I love it. Very
Yeah.
good. Hey, let's have you on again. This was very good. Because I would love to see, this is like one of those areas that is changing like crazy. So it'd be fun to hear an update, to hear how things are changing and what docs can be looking for. I mean, because you are seeing AI and this world in a totally different way than, I mean, most people don't have time to spend more than like five. I mean, no, you know everything. So when something new comes or there's something that we can teach about what's happening, let me know so we can have you back on.
Okay, will do. Yeah, thank you again for your time and happy to help where we can.
Cool. Thanks, Pearson.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, man. Bye. All right, very good. So the link for that is on crowncouncil.com. And then if you're watching this as a recording, I will include that link with the Crown Council email But crowncouncil.com and then navigate to resource partners is the best way to connect with Stratus. Very good. All right. Last week we shared a really fun interview with some of our team members from the Mortensen practice that generated the most money for Smiles for Life. Before I did that interview, we did an interview with Just for Grins. They actually raised the most money for Smiles for Life this year. So really fun to connect with them and talk about the things that they did differently to raise money for Smiles for Life. So as we ended the Smiles for Life whitening campaign this year, we are very interested in how to make next year better. And that we believe will happen as more and more practices share their success and what they do to be successful. So let me share, hold on, let me make sure.
She gave us a list of a few questions.
Oh, great. Okay, I've got to share my screen, so I've got this little video. Let me make sure I share my sound, and I'll share this clip. I just don't know if it's queued up in the right area. Okay, so you can see my screen. I hope this is in the right place. This is our interview, our 20-minute interview that we're going to play. I think we're close to where I said, all right, let's get started. So here we go. Thoughts on those questions? What do you guys, my idea here is about how very casual.
It did.
Hold on.
Oh, we
You
did.
Okay, let's not, okay, here we go. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Are we recording?
I don't know. I think so.
We are. We're recording.
You tell me.
No, we are. We're good. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Stuart Anderson here. Will you two please introduce yourselves coming from Just for Grins? Go ahead. Please introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Andrea Bina.
And I'm Jen. I almost said my maiden name. I am Jenna De Leon.
Are you sure, Jenna? Are you sure?
I think I am. I'm pretty sure.
And we were just on the stage together at the annual event. I mean, you guys were just being recognized for your work with Smiles for Life. And we just wrapped up the Smiles for Life Foundation whitening campaign for this year. And you guys are sitting at the top of the list. Was that a goal of the year?
I mean, it's always a goal.
Yeah.
Always win.
We want to win everything competition. No.
You won it being the best donator. You guys did it.
Yes.
We had a number in mind, and that's really what our goal was.
Okay.
But on the back side of that, it was like, but we could also be the top office, and we'd be happy about that.
We would.
You were
I
the
would.
top office. So if let's pretend that everyone is listening is absolutely new to what is going on. So for 4 months out of the year, Crown Council offices can whiten teeth, donate the money, the campaign materials are donated by Ultradent, they're our partner. They donate all of it for free. And then Crown Council offices donate all of the money they raise through whitening to the Smiles for Life Foundation, which then you guys can either keep half of the money for a local charity and the other half is donated to the Smiles for Life charities for humanitarian work and our work with Teammates for Kids. So we just wrapped that up. How many, you guys have done Smiles for Life for many years. Maybe let's start, talk about why why do you care? What is it about? I mean, because you guys are very passionate about it. Why? Can you
Yeah.
talk about that?
So really, I would say this really starts from our leadership. Like Dr. Kristen and Dr. Jonathan have loved this for a long time. And so we've really all as an office just adopted this culture of serving our community and wanting to do good. And we get to do that through dentistry. And so we just feel so fortunate to be part of it. And we've grown to we partner with Christ Haven, who we donate our funds to. We get to see some of them in our office
Yes.
to help treat them from a dental standpoint. We get to go deliver this check to them. So it's personal for us. Like we love them and we love contributing and helping them in any possible way that we can. So our whole office, I don't know how we're so fortunate, but we have an office full of like 40 people who all want to do well for this campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I mean, I know you guys are passionate. The doctors are passionate. Would you say that leadership, so like a passion from the top, is that really what keeps people engaged and excited about it? Or is there like a system that you guys are using? Like you talked about setting goals. Are there posters, weekly meetings? I mean, what are you guys doing to be like, let's do this, you guys? How does that work?
So this year we did kind of do things a little bit different. In years past, I mean, we always would have a goal and we would try to plan things, but our office is very busy, which is amazing.
Okay.
But sometimes it's hard to find time. So this year, I think we were much more intentional and strategic with our planning. And so I think it was coming right off of the annual event. I think that had a big, we were motivated, really excited to kind of get this, year going. And so I think probably like 2 months before it started, we sat down, the two of us, and Andrea has always she's been the Smiles for Life committee. And then I do our office's social media. And so we have worked closely hand in hand with that. And this year we're like, we're gonna
Do this
we're
together.
gonna do this together.
Yeah.
And so we sat down and we had a meeting where we kind of just put all of our thoughts on paper, and we were feeding off of each other and coming up with all these great ideas.
Yeah.
So we did all of that, and then we planned to meet every Wednesday morning before the office opened, just to kind of see where we're at, what our next step is, what's working, what's not working, if we need to kind of change things up. So we definitely had some strategy this year.
Right.
I mean, we had signs made that we put outside of our
Okay.
office,
Yes.
which was Jenna's fantastic idea, coming from from a social media marketing standpoint.
Mhm.
Like, we had people calling for that
Yeah.
because of those signs. They knew they were able to get whitening half off, and also it was contributing to children in need, and people loved that.
Yes.
We also got, I mean, like, patients from that too, that
Yeah.
stuck around. So that was really awesome. Something that I think really helped, what I've gotten, we've probably both gotten feedback about with our team, is we probably in the middle of the campaign decided to make this chart. And so at our mom meeting every day, or anytime anybody goes into the break room, they're able to see, this is how many, I wish we had the chart so we could show it to you.
Yeah.
But
Should I text Laura?
Yes.
You want us to get the chart?
Yes.
okay.
Let me text her.
So for the last 5 or 6 weeks, we knew that this was our goal. We needed this many each week in office whitening in order to hit our goal. And
Nice.
so every Monday we would then reconvene at our mom meeting, and we would just kind of tell everybody like, hey, this is how many we did this week,
Mhm.
and then, or this past week. And then we'll shade it in, and everybody celebrates. And it really helps with an office like our size, that we do so much and we're so busy, and we love that.
Mhm.
But it helps us stay on track. It helps us stay on target. It helps us remember our goal. And it doesn't seem, when we have a huge goal, it doesn't seem so daunting
Yeah.
and overwhelming when we can break it down by week.
Yes. Yeah. And we literally just did math.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
focused on the in-office service, and we just did some division.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were like, okay, this is where we're at. This is the number we want to hit, which originally was 25,000. We were like, our goal is 25,000 for the year. And we need whatever it was, 5,000
Per
more,
week. Right.
6,000 more, whatever.
Yeah.
We're like, let's just break it down by in-office services and
Per week.
focus on that per week. And so when we did that, it was like 4 per week. We're like, oh,
Totally doable.
that is so doable. And
Yeah.
then before we knew it, it was like wildfire.
Mhm.
It just kind of took
Right.
off. There was one week where we had 13
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
1 week. It was kind of
I feel like
crazy,
that was
but-
a huge part of our success this
Okay.
year with that chart in and of
Yes.
itself. I mean, we
Yeah.
also have posters up. We send out emails to all of
Yeah.
our existing patients.
we put
Jenna
signs
is-
up in the bathroom.
We sign them in the bathroom.
Okay. They can't escape. They can't escape this.
Yeah, that's kidding. We have signs in all of our operatories. Jenna's so good about social media, so she posts things on social media about Smiles for Life. So it's just, we're just trying to always put it out there so people don't have a reason to forget about it, including as staff.
Okay.
Well,
This
and
is
then
awesome. I mean, the
yeah.
thing is like, when we really get down to this, like the simplicity of what you're doing is not like you guys were like doing some crazy plan. I mean,
Yeah.
this is like we set a goal, we reviewed it every week, and oh, wow, it worked out. It's worked out. Like,
Well, and it was funny because in the beginning we were like, okay, 25,000, that's gonna be our best year ever. And then the two of us were like, wouldn't that be so crazy if we hit 30,000? And then we went over. So, but we also focused on, we were like, okay, well, what is gonna get people, what is gonna grab them and get them right off the bat?
okay.
And so we did focus on 50% off, like letting them know, okay,
Mm.
this is 50% off. I think when people see that for some reason, it's like,
Yeah.
especially women,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're like a sale, you know, at 50% off. That's amazing. So that was one of the big things
Okay.
that we tried to kind of market it as,
Yeah.
just to grab people's attention. So we would grab their attention with that and then be like, this is, you know, for charity, and explain that whole side of it. But I think that might have helped
It helped.
quite a bit.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Can we talk about, okay, so two things we tell everyone. So one, let's talk about local charity. We encourage all Smiles for Life practices to be involved. Pick a local charity and don't just hand them a check. Do a thing where like, no, this is our partner. Can you guys talk about that for just a second? Is your local charity a partner? How do you involve them? Is that a thing that the team knows about? Can you just talk about your relationship with your local charity?
Yes, we love Christ Haven. We're involved with
Mhm.
Christ Haven. After this campaign is over, we all go on a meeting day and deliver this big check to them. And we sit and we have lunch with them, and they show us their facilities. We're getting our chart. Sorry.
No, this is great.
Thanks, Laura. Okay, here's our chart.
Very scientific.
Their tracker.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
And this is Dr. Kristen's design.
Which she's very
I
smart.
went to her office because she is a chart girl.
So basically, like our last, I guess 7 weeks, we didn't need this last one, but this is what we did. So our goal was really 4
week.
each week, and then we just kind of shade in where we were at. And so
And then we have a total. Yeah, there's our 13 week. We were super proud of that week.
we were so on fire that week.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Interrupt.
so good.
So everybody is engaged, like they're able to see Christ Haven, not just hear about Christ Haven. And then taking it a step further, which I think really tugs on everybody's heartstrings, is several of them are patients here.
Mhm.
So host
Mm.
families and their kids, they're patients here. And so we see them frequently, and they feel like part of us. And so
Okay.
we just love being part of them. Also, there are several of us who have gone and helped at like their food pantry and things like that. So
Mhm.
we as a whole just love them
Yeah.
so much, and it does make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I love that. Can you talk about, so another thing, not to detract from the charitable function of Smiles for Life, but we've done math over the years that this is an incredible new patient generator for your practice. Can you
Yeah.
talk about that? Is that something that you guys focus on? Like, do you know who is a new patient coming from Smiles for Life? How do you treat them different? Is that something that is even talked about in the practice? Like, hey, Smiles for Life is literally generating new patients for us. Can you talk about that?
I don't think we have a different sort of process for
They're
our
just
protocol.
new patients. There's new patients.
New patient.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, but we did have several people see our signs and come in, like actually pull over, come into the office or
Yeah.
call.
Mhm.
Very cool.
And that's actually one thing we've talked about. It's kind of immeasurable. Like you don't really know all the
benefit.
different ways that Smiles for Life adds to the practice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we don't have, I don't think we have a different way of doing things when it
Okay.
comes to new patients.
That's good. Let's pretend I'm brand new. I'm like, we're doing Smiles for Life in 2026. I'm a new office charity champion. What are you two saying to me, to a brand new office that's doing Smiles for Life? What advice would you give?
I would say, first and foremost, this is one of the greatest opportunities you will have in your community, to really serve and love people who truly, truly need what you have to offer. It is like the giving and the reward is immeasurable, to the way that it feels in order to be able to provide that.
Mm.
So while it's a campaign that goes for several months and you're having meetings and you're putting things in place to where you can make sure you hit goals and markers and things like that, that pales in comparison to knowing how much you are really helping people who truly, truly need it. Like the reward is so great.
I love that. Very cool. Any additional thoughts?
No, I think she summed it up pretty well.
Okay.
She kind of heads our
Now, from a
meetings
training
and things.
standpoint, I would say other things, like as far as trying to get people to focus in on what we're trying to accomplish, and here's our goal and how do we get there and what do we talk about, and to keep it at the forefront of everybody's mind. There is this year, I do feel like that was executed well,
Mhm.
with the both of us working together and
Cool.
having our own talents, if you will.
Mhm. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, one thing we're trying to really encourage is that, Smiles for Life, although it is a 4-month little period, that the planning and preparation could actually take a year, from delivering the check, making your goals, planning the marketing, planning who the local charity is, and kind of changing that into maybe a 8-month or 9-month program is really what the best and most successful teams are doing.
Yeah.
Right, for
Okay.
sure. Oh,
Oh, go
and
ahead.
to add on to that, one thing we had talked about, which we haven't done it yet because it just ended, but we talked about meeting one more time, post campaign, to kind of sit down and write everything down, what went well,
Smart.
what we want to do again, what we think we could add for next year, all of that stuff. That way in like January, when it comes time to like really start planning,
You'll
we
remember.
aren't kind of starting from scratch again. We have it all written down and
Yeah.
kind of can just hit the ground running. So
Very
Yeah.
smart. Final question.
Yeah.
I'm always concerned about, or think about, the culture of practices, right? Like you guys coming together, creating an environment for you that people want to work in. Can you talk about that for just a minute? How does Smiles for Life impact the people that work in your practice, and the stories that kind of are internal, that are working in where you guys are? Can you talk about that?
you're looking at me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, our office culture is the number one thing in our office, even
Mhm.
over patient care.
Okay.
So I think Laura has a lot to do with that. I mean, she does
Yeah.
most of our hiring. And that's kind of one of the first things that she tells them
Yeah.
is how, we have a standard for our office
Mm.
culture, and,
We're not
What-
willing to waffle on that.
right.
Yeah.
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 So,
But I do think too, because of the heart behind Smiles for Life, it helps with the culture, because it's
Right.
like, no matter what, no, in any capacity of any part of your life, if you're truly living your life to serve other people,
Mhm.
that reward is so great. And so when we have a team full of people who want to serve, then it brings back so much joy to ourselves, and you just continually want to push that out to each other.
I love that. You guys are the best. I don't even need to do any other interviews. This is awesome. Thank you very much. I can't wait. I mean, what should we do on the annual event stage? I mean, what are we going to do? We got to think of something so good.
I know. I don't know, but something.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Take lots of pictures of check presentation. We want to see it all.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun to
Yeah.
share with everybody. So thank you.
Totally.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything we missed? Anything else you want to say?
No, we love this.
Yes,
Thank you
we
for
do.
the opportunity, Crown
Yeah.
Council.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We love
Thank
it.
you very much.
Yay! Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
All right, very good. Really fun interview, especially to see their enthusiasm. One thing that we've gathered from the last couple interviews with our Smiles for Life whitening offices is the early year planning. So if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, how can we make Smiles for Life whitening a success? It starts now. So it's September. The practices that are raising the most money for their local charities are starting now with planning, preparation, idea creation, connecting with their local charities, connecting with their charity champions, and everything to make next year successful so they don't wait. So if there's one thing that we can learn from the last couple weeks of interviews, it's that. That's it. We're going to wrap up 9 minutes early for our show, but we will be back next week. Grateful for everybody that joined us. Thankful for you and this great Crown Council community. And we will see you next week. Thanks, everybody.